Welcome back to Jolie's, and today I am going to be making good on a promise I had on another video, that I am going to watch the Annihilation, the best movie you haven't seen. Excuse me, I have seen Annihilation. I saw it in theater by DJ Peach Cobbler. This movie I had a lot of mixed opinions about, and just kind of wanted to revisit it and see what DJ Peach had to say about it. So let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, boop. Ooh. Much younger DJ Peach Cobbler.
Are you suicidal? You can walk outside.
Can you say that on YouTube these days? My goodness. Maybe this was when back in his Wild West era. I don't even know if I can play his video these days and expect to get any traction whatsoever. So please like and subscribe to this video. Share it with a friend so I can get views.
Right now, lay down across some train tracks.
Bad idea.
And wait for 10,000 tons of cold rolled steel to remove your malignant tumor of a consciousness from this universe.
No.
That's a bit dramatic, isn't it? Not to mention rude. It seems like every cobbler Thanksgiving...
I do have to say, he got a great point. The hardest, when it comes to unaliving oneself, there's things that you have to consider. And one, you don't want to leave your blood on somebody else's hands in two different ways. You don't want them to have to do the deed for you. And it's like, jumping in front of a train or a car, anything like that. So, nearly said the word, unalived by cop. These are all very rude. You're putting your troubles in somebody else's world. But I would say almost the exact same thing is, remember, somebody has to find you. You're going to be ruining somebody's day, or at least making it worse. So just remember, it's very rude to unalive yourself.
Dinner, someone kills themselves at the dinner table. It's not hard to be polite. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about finances. Don't kill yourself, at least.
I wish my family had talked more about finances. I might be better with them at this point. Yes, Winston. Do you want to make a cameo? No, that was very much a no.
Not before dessert. Elbows off the table, shotgun out your mouth. It's very simple. But most people don't take their own lives, do they? It's a bit final. Not to mention there's always the possibility of failure. And with it, disfigurement. No, I shouldn't have opened this video with, "Are you suicidal?" It was probably a little alienating, a bit off-putting, and it's just not the kind of environment that I want to create. So, let's start over. Are you prone to acts of self-destruction?
No.
Do you smoke, drink, eat too much, eat too little? Did you self-sabotage that good job you got, or that class that you needed to succeed in? Do you habitually make decisions that you know will leave you worse off than before? Life is an endless series of decisions, but many of us, myself included, make terrible ones.
I will say this, because I thought about this when I was in my most recent dark hole, if you will. The Joel hole. I thought about the idea that my life is just a series of bad decisions, but and maybe this is a cope. I also came to the conclusion that all the good decisions I made in and throughout my life were... I need to think how to say this. They just seem like inevitable. They seem like you don't think of them. You don't chalk them up as good decisions. Rarely do you. You have to be like very much a line in the sand that you chose. But like most of your good decisions, you just don't think about. They just become like the wallpaper of your life. The bad decisions stick out because you're still feeling the consequences. I know I am on some of the decisions I've made, or lack of effort I put into certain things. So just remember that you might think your life is just failure after failure, but your successes just tend to become just part of the mosaic of your life, and they don't stick out. They just fade into it. They fit in like puzzle pieces. Versus your bad decisions are like, when you obviously jam the puzzle piece into the wrong place, and now you've built too much of the puzzle, and you take it out, and it's like, well, now this puzzle piece doesn't fit where it should because I kind of mangled it, putting it into the wrong hole. That's what she said.
We do things that we know will kill us. We do things that we know are killing us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why don't you try and live a life that anyone would envy? You could spend your life kicking down every door and seizing every opportunity, working hard, forging a legacy built with elbow grease and ingenuity. You can eat right, exercise, study hard, work hard, travel the world, and then, finally, die.
Yes, that's something else I always remember. It's the same inevitability either way.
Some people are control freaks.
Mm-hmm.
When given the choice between the helplessness that is every man's birthright and self-destruction, many of us choose the latter. Simply because then it is a choice. Life has seemingly infinite paths, but make no mistake, at the end of each of those paths is the exact same thing. Annihilation.
This is not exactly something you do if your life is in perfect harmony. We're all damaged goods here. Anya's sober, therefore an addict. Josie wears long sleeves because she doesn't want you to see the scars on her forearms.
Why did my husband volunteer for a suicide mission?
Is that what you think we're doing? Committing suicide.
Forgot how comfortable. When this movie got good, it got really good. I'll say, like, just an overview about my general remembering how I felt about the movie. This is so many years ago at this point. I forgot when it came out exactly. I remember feeling like it started slow and weird, but it got good once they got inside of the zone, I want to say it's called. But I still think I'm somebody who's very, really critical. If you, like, a movie has to be good. I would rather a movie be great in its opening 10 minutes and then settle into mediocrity than a movie have a weird come off the blocks, funny start and find itself in greatness. It's just it like that fumbling at the beginning is a great way for me to not suspend my disbelief throughout the rest of it, and yeah, basically always think it was a little bit. So basically, for me, a movie is a great first 10 minutes and a great last 10 minutes, and everything in between just has to get you there from the beginning to the end for the handoff.
Symbolism time. Annihilation is hardly subtle, and before I dive into it, I would just like to discuss the symbolism of the lighthouse that most characters are heading towards for the majority of the movie. Captain Cobbler? Yes? Why are we heading directly towards that light? I don't know, it's divinely incandescent, I guess. Wouldn't you rather be someplace well lit as opposed to this stormy sea? It's dangerous out here. We could capsize at any moment. You understand that it's a lighthouse, right? Oh. A nice, well-lit house sounds pretty good right about now, doesn't it? A lighthouse signals to captains to stay away because of shallow waters or rocky outcroppings. Sure, it's dangerous out at sea, but if you just sail right at it, you're guaranteeing we wreck. Listen up, Sailor Strawberry Strudel. Your privilege is beginning to show. My mother was a moth, and my mixed heritage has resulted in loads of discrimination from my fellow sailors. They're always saying things like, "Get out of here, dusthead," or "Go lick a lamp, loser," or "You were diagnosed with schizophrenia, you're mentally unfit to be a ship captain," or "Your privilege sickens me, sailor. Land, dead ahead, drop the anchor, brace yourselves." You're not even acknowledging my feelings. Annihilation consists of 5 main characters. a physicist, a geomorphologist, a psychologist, a
Yes.
paramedic, and a biologist are
And guess which one's the villain?
protagonist named Lena, a rather political cast of characters. I know, but a cast of characters that poses an interesting question.
All women. What? How could I ever, look, I'm getting my fence sitter card here. This is my liberal side. I didn't mind that I was following 5 women. If anything, the movie got better when you got the man out of there. Oscar Isaac was kind of like at the beginning messing up the vibe.
Due to the nature of their mission. You see, they're all heading into the Shimmer, and the lighthouse
the
that
Shimmer.
lies at the center of it. The Shimmer is the zone surrounding a crashed
Yeah,
meteor.
that's-
It is a place where scores of special forces operatives have been sent in, but haven't returned. Except for Lena's husband, Kane. He returns from a mission into the Shimmer, suffering from catastrophic organ failure
Oh,
and
Jesus.
unable to recall what occurred within it. No one knows what happens within the Shimmer. Radio waves are incapable of penetrating it. The only things that are known about the Shimmer is that many have entered, none have left in one piece, and it's expanding. But this group of scientists embark on an expedition into the zone armed.
I think that was the weirdest thing about the movie is like it seems like the Shimmer in the movie, I don't think this is true of Annihilation, the book. The Shimmer appears to be kept under wraps, and it's just like that can't happen today, or at least I don't believe it could happen today, that nobody would know about something as big as the Shimmer. That just sat wrong with me. And it's like once they got in the Shimmer, you're not even thinking about that anymore. Also, I wonder if they chose these colors. There's something very Ghostbusters about the color scheme that they're wearing. Stray observations.
With nothing more than hashtag girlboss energy
Hell yeah.
and
Wait,
M4s. I don't know guns. I can't tell the difference between an M4 and an M16. Fucking sue me. But this does beg the question, why? Why would you willingly walk into something that is to spec ops dudes as opiates are to poor people in West Virginia? I mean, come on. Do these people not watch YouTube video essays? The meteor crashed at a lighthouse, for God's sake.
I've been watching the phenomenon for a while now. I profile the volunteers. I pick the teams. They enter. I watch. I watch it grow closer. There's only so long one can do that.
But you
And
need
they-
to know it.
and they let her go in. Yet again, like you stop thinking about it once again, the Shimmer, but then when you come out of the movie, you remember like, yeah, that doesn't seem right.
It's inside.
Yes, I do.
So do I.
See, but then you get to shots like that. Yeah, I did.
As the team penetrates deeper and deeper into the Shimmer, trying to make it to the lighthouse and uncover why no one else has returned, they grow increasingly disoriented, losing their sense of time and place. They encounter bizarre flora and fauna whose very DNA has been rearranged, different types of flowers all growing off the same vine, an alligator whose morphology has been twisted. And upon entering an old army base, which was the last expedition's base of operations, they see the fate of the last team and Kane.
That is one of my favorite things in a movie is like when you feel like you get a glimpse of people who have gone ahead and seen the horrors that they went through. I think there's something very human about that because essentially through history and literature, we in life get to glimpse ahead and see what ultimately we're going to have to live through because life is like goes in cycles and you're going to inevitably either, come to the same crossroads that the people who lived before you did. And even if you believe that you're going to get there and make the right choices, or you think you're going to avoid the crossroad altogether, you still usually get a warning of it coming up ahead of you, and inevitably you will hit it. Oh, okay. That's going deep. Definitely. Okay. Oh, God.
What is he doing?
I'm assuming this video is just not getting any sort of monetization. I didn't realize it was going to show pretty much the worst of it. Oh.
There.
Okay, so we know what happened to the last group. They went insane.
The team is disturbed upon seeing this footage
Good
and
line
what
delivery.
became of the last team. Why? Well, I can't really say. I can only assume it's because they are women and therefore delicate. Cutting into your bro's body and watching his intestines move?
Hey, you know, I love to get into my bro's intestines sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
That's a typical...
Man,
I
stop.
may have gone too far in a few places.
I was going to say, when you didn't tell the team about your connection to Kane, I wasn't sure if that was a good idea. But after seeing that footage, yeah, I'm not sure how they would have reacted to you.
Why did my husband volunteer for a suicide mission?
Is that what you think we're doing? Committing suicide?
You must have profiled him. You must have assessed him. He must have said something.
So you're asking me as a psychologist?
Yeah.
Then as a psychologist, I'd say you're confusing suicide with self-destruction. Almost none of us commit suicide, and almost all of us self-destruct in some way, in some part of our lives. We drink, or we smoke, we destabilize the good job, the happy marriage. But these aren't decisions, they're impulses. In fact, you're probably better equipped to explain this than I am.
What does that mean?
You're a biologist. Isn't self-destruction coded into us? Programmed into each cell?
The team continues to head to
Not very good. Like, yeah, like I said, when they get into the zone, or sorry, the shimmer, the movie really comes together. It's just it's sloppy getting into the shimmer. It's a little too, I don't know. I think that's like Alex Garland. I guess it's an Alex Garland thing, because now that I'm thinking about it, I had similar feelings about his movie Men, I want to say, where it like he's a little sloppy on the inciting incidences. I think he just wants to get into the movie or into his stories, and sometimes he doesn't like he doesn't like go back and tune up those incidences. Plus, I'm realizing now that this is like the second movie where I believe a woman cheating on a wife cheating on her husband kind of is like the catalyst. I don't remember in Men. I felt like it was the wife cheated on the husband, and then the husband got violent, and then she kicked him out of the house, and he tries to get back in and accidentally falls to his death. I think that's it. Anyways, yeah, let's get back into this. We're not talking about Men. We're talking about Annihilation.
the lighthouse where the something crashed, and it is revealed that the shimmer is a prism. It distorts light, radio waves, and even DNA. The parent...
Wait, is that Tessa Thompson? Is that her name? You know, the woman who was in Thor Ragnarok and a few other things. She's, really cool. I like her a lot. I didn't realize she was in this. I forgot that she was in this.
Medic goes insane because she can feel her insides moving, which, once again, normal bro shit. And a pants-shittingly terrifying scene with a mutated bear with the voice of their dead friend occurs.
Best scene.
So this is the second best scene in the movie, but it doesn't push my thesis forward in any way that I can gather, so just, watch it, you piece of shit. All you need to know is, as the situation continues to grow more and more dire, as everyone on the team continues to be twisted on a cellular level by this prism, they don't turn back.
I didn't know what going back meant. Why it would be safer than going forward.
You didn't know, but you made the decision to continue as if you did.
Ventures made the decision.
Ventures had cancer. She was never coming back. You knew she was sick.
I had guessed.
I'm leaving.
Now? It's not even light yet.
I don't have time to wait. We are disintegrating. Our bodies as fast as our minds. Can't you feel it? It's like the onset of dementia. If I don't reach the lighthouse soon, the person that started this journey won't be the person that ends it.
I felt that way a lot about Austin, Texas. I moved out of Austin to Houston last year, and I always, when people ask me about it, I say, the city I moved to was not the same city I moved away from.
I want to be the one that ends it.
When my wife's boyfriend is reading me a bedtime story, I occasionally have to
Oh, I didn't realize DJ Peach Cobbler had something in common with Fleekazoid.
have him stop if he hits a line that just wrecks me, All the real soldiers are dead. Slaughterhouse 5. Every hour wounds. The last one kills. American gods. The longer the icon of sin is on Earth, the stronger he will become. The novelization of Doom Eternal. Like I said, this really only happens when reading. I mean, in a book, the only medium of communication is the writing, so it naturally needs to shine. Annihilation is the rare kind of movie where the dialogue, at one point, sort of forced me to pause. With one line, Annihilation cemented itself, for me, as fantastic cosmic horror.
Vanished into havoc. Unfathomable mind. No beacon, no seed.
Dr. Ventures?
Lena. We spoke. What was it we said? That I needed to know what was inside the lighthouse. That moment's past. It's inside me now.
What's inside you?
It's not like us. It's unlike us. I don't know what it wants, or if it wants, but it will grow until it encompasses everything. Our bodies and our minds will be fragmented into their smallest parts until not one part remains. Annihilation.
Annihilation did not do well in theaters. You could probably imagine why. Hell, I didn't see it in theaters either, so I'm to blame for its failure as well. What makes Annihilation work is the same thing that sealed its fate as a box office bomb. It doesn't have Spider-Man in it.
Yeah. How could they ever? How could you be so foolish as to make a movie without Spider-Man? That J. Jonah Jameson is the most brilliant character ever, as he knows what sells. Pictures of Spider-Man. And videos. I'm sure he's been updated. Get me footage of Spider-Man. I'm sure that's what he says in the comics these days.
I mean, and also, the antagonist is inscrutable. It has to be. You can put all the chicks with guns on the poster you want. This is not an action movie. It is pure cosmic horror. The threat posed by the alien is certainly there, but there's no malice in it. It does not hate humans. It does not want to conquer nor enslave us. It's difficult to say it wants anything at all. A fire doesn't want to burn down a forest, it just does. There are so many iconic movie monsters, but this is the one that I think about constantly. The something in Annihilation is profoundly sinister, but not hateful. It imitates, and only fights back when fought against. It is a creeping, sinister, crushing mirror that you make scary all on your own. Annihilation is a rumination on the idea that self-destructive behavior is encoded into us, an inevitable result of what happens when the human mind meets the callous and destructive nature of the universe. Annihilation is permeated with raw existential anxiety. While this is a staple of cosmic horror, the film takes this one step further by ruminating on how we, as a species, cope with this anxiety. Annihilation is a reflection on how we respond to our universe's unfathomable capacity to destroy everything we love. The choice is always there. There's nothing stopping you from destroying what you love, all on your own.
Yeah, that's a great read of Annihilation. Like the idea of like we're the only species supposedly that knows our inevitable fates, and thus that's why we're the species that falls victim to alcoholism, to nicotine abuse, to bad decision making, violent, reckless behavior for the sake of it. I know this is like much less of a reaction than I thought it would be, but that's because it's a really good take, and there's not much to add to it. Except, like I said, did see Annihilation in theater. Oh, I guess that was it. Cool. Well, I'm sure this will not be as long as the last one because it was from, 4 or 5 years ago. But I appreciate you tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the channel for more from Jolie. They call me that because I'm that bitch that Dolly warned you about. And enjoy yourself. All right. Well, that